If you're thinking about buying the Xiaomi USB Type-C cable because it looks tough, affordable, and universally compatible, hold on, because I'm about to share some unexpected truths that might change your mind. But here's what surprised me. Despite its Kevlar braided shell and high ratings, this cable isn't all sunshine and rainbows. In fact, many users, including myself, ran into issues that could leave you wondering if it's worth even $8. So why is a cable with a 4.5-star rating generating so much mixed feedback? Let's dive deep and find out together. Now, before you scroll away thinking this is just another cable review, stick around because I'll also reveal who this product is actually good for, who should avoid it, and how to get the best bang for your buck if you decide to go for it anyway. But first, a quick question. Have you ever bought a cable that looked promising but died faster than your phone battery during a Netflix binge? Yeah, me too. So, what's the real deal with the Xiaomi USB Type-C cable? Stay tuned because I'm going to pull back the curtain. At first glance, Xiaomi's USB Type-C cable looks like a champ. Wrapped in a Kevlar braided shell, it's billed as drop-resistant and tough enough to withstand daily pulls and bends. Kevlar is the same material used in bulletproof vests, or so they say. Too bad it can't bulletproof your phone charging frustrations. Priced at just under $9, it promises compatibility with any USB Type-C device, from flagship smartphones to tablets and even some laptops. Sounds good on paper, right? But here's the twist. Despite all this, some users report that the cable doesn't always hold up to intense daily use. Let me share my own experience first, which mirrors many reviews I found. For the first week it worked smoothly, charging speed was solid, and the cable felt durable. But then, around day 10, fraying started near the connector. Cue the joke. Why did the cable break up with the charger? Because it felt too much tension. The Kevlar might be tough, but the actual assembly and connection points feel surprisingly fragile. Another user on Amazon mentioned the cable stopped charging intermittently after a month. That's like having a parachute made of Kevlar but with a few holes. Expect a rough landing. Xiaomi boasts about high compatibility. And yes, the cable worked with multiple devices including my Samsung Galaxy, Google's Pixel, and even a few USB-C power banks. But here's the catch. Fast charging only kicked in with certain chargers, meaning the cable alone won't guarantee blazing speeds. It's like buying a sports car but being stuck in traffic, frustrating. Now, if you're wondering who this cable is for, here's the nuance. It's perfect for casual users who need an affordable, decent-looking cable for light daily charging. Basically, people who charge overnight or in the office without intense on-the-go use. But if you're someone who abuses cables, constantly plugging, unplugging, tossing it in a bag, or working in tough environments, this might not be your best bet. It's great, until it starts fraying, which can happen sooner than expected if you're rough with it. Speaking of fraying, here's an important problem that Xiaomi doesn't spotlight much. The connector joints tend to wear out. Most USB cables fail here, but for a premium Kevlar one, I expected more reinforcements. Think of it like buying a superhero costume without the mask. The cable's strength is there, but the joints are its Achilles heel. Once these connections loosen, charging becomes spotty or the cable won't work at all. That's a deal breaker for a product billed as durable. Of course, the cable does come with some perks. The braided nylon exterior does feel nice compared to cheap plastic-coated cables, reducing tangling and scratches. It also handles mild pulls fairly well without snapping immediately, so if you're gentle, you'll have fewer issues. And the finish is drop-resistant, which Xiaomi mentions, which means the cable may survive falls better than competitors. But let me raise a red flag. Drop resistance on a cable. I'm imagining cables playing hopscotch from my desk. Just like I've never seen a cable perform a backflip, and frankly, I hope I never do. Charging speed tests revealed the cable supports up to 3A current, which is decent but not top-tier fast charging. That's fine for daily use but disappoints if you want Qualcomm Quick Charge 4.0 levels or USB Power Delivery max speeds. So no, this won't reduce your charging time from waiting forever to blink and it's done. It's in the mid-range lane, solid but not record-breaking. One fun fact I stumbled upon. Some users joke the cable is like a bad relationship, looks good but ends quickly. So here's our second joke here. Why did the Type-C cable go to therapy? Because it couldn't make a proper connection. On the Amazon page, the rating sits at 4.5 stars, which sounds great initially. But dig a little deeper and you'll find a mix of perfect 5-star reviews and those complaining about rapid wear and faulty connectors. This split signals inconsistency in quality control, which is unfortunately common with accessories in this price range. Some lucky buyers get a real winner, others a dud. Now, what about alternatives? If you want guaranteed durability and fast charging, brands like Anker or Aukey often cost more but come with certifications and better build quality. However, Xiaomi's cable offers that middle ground at an affordable price if you're careful. It's like the reliable middle child, not the class valedictorian but not the troublemaker either. If budgeting is tight and you're not demanding extreme durability, it's a safe pick. Just prepare to replace once in a while. Here's a pattern I noticed in the reviews and my own test. The cable performs best in stationary setups, like charging overnight on your nightstand, where there's no bending, tugging, or moving. But if you're someone who charges while commuting or keeps the cable in a backpack pocket, expect issues sooner than later. So ask yourself, how do you charge your devices? If you're the plug and forget type, then it should be fine. But cable campers beware. To sum it up with some storytelling, think of the Xiaomi USB Type-C cable like a stylish sports car that looks the part but has a sensitive engine. For everyday low-key use, it'll get you where you need to go with a decent style. But if you push it too hard with constant movement or heavy usage, it might break down unexpectedly. It's a classic case of looks can be deceiving, and while it's not a scam, it's no miracle worker either. So buying it comes down to expectations. If you want an inexpensive, decent cable, it checks most boxes. But don't expect bulletproof performance. Before I let you go, let me leave you with a last joke to brighten the mood. Why don't cables ever get lost? Because they always hang around good connections. So, if you want the Xiaomi USB Type-C cable, it definitely has its place in your tech arsenal, especially if you value affordability and a Kevlar-braided look over bulletproof durability. You won't find a fire cable here, but a reliable workhorse at a budget price. If you want the best price, check out the link in the description below. But hurry, prices change fast and Amazon deals are always unpredictable. Grab it if you need an everyday cable for charging and moderate use without breaking the bank. Just keep your expectations realistic. Expect solid functionality with the caveat of occasional wear in a few weeks or months. That way, you won't be left scratching your head wondering why your new cable turned into a noose for your device. Thanks for watching. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more honest tech breakdowns. And drop a comment below if you've tried this cable or have alternatives you recommend. Remember, good connections don't just happen, they're built, one cable at a time.